Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, thank you very much again to Bruce and to Mike for nominating me for this role, and to my fellow Charter Trustees. Thank you very much indeed. I'm delighted that Councillor Mike Cook is the new Deputy Mayor. Mike is a smashing chap and I have full confidence in him, and as the Deputy Mayor, and his good lady Midge, the Deputy Mayoress, for the year ahead. To my predecessor, Councillor Frank Turner, and his good lady Christina. I will always remember them for making me feel so very welcome in the Mayor's Parlour and at the various functions that I've attended. They are lovely people and I thank them sincerely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. One of the very first things I did over a year ago, when it became apparent that I may become the Mayor of Grantham, it was to contact the Reverend Tony Pigg. And I asked him to keep this evening free in his diary. No disrespect whatsoever is meant to any other members of the church. Instead, it is more of a compliment to say there was always only one man for the job for prayers and blessings for this evening for me, and that is the Reverend Tony Pigg. I am absolutely delighted that he agreed to come along this evening. Tony, thank you very much indeed. I come from a very working class background. You won't get much more working class a background than my father's background. He comes from a long line of blacksmiths from Skillington, dating back 7 generations. And I can't tell you how pleased I am that my father, Mr. John Selby, is here this evening to share this moment. And I want to take this opportunity to say to my father, and say to everybody else here this evening, that my father, he is the nicest man I have ever met in my life. My next thank you goes to my mother, the new Mayoress of Grantham. And mark my words, she will make a wonderful, wonderful Mayoress. So I thank my mum for doing this job. So I thank my parents for everything they have done for me in the past, and I would not be undertaking this role without their support in the past. Unfortunately, there are some very good friends of mine that were unable to attend this evening. And there was one in particular that I wish to give a special mention for. My very best mate, Mr. Les Sheen, who so wanted to be here this evening. I'd known Les for 30 years, and in February last year he was diagnosed with terminal cancer and sadly passed away just 4 days before Christmas. His widow is here this evening, and I thank you, Janet, for coming all the way from Southend-on-Sea to be with us this evening. Les, he is with us, and I'd like to put this up here. So no people stay. That's my mate Les, he is with us. In a very cold February 1994, my mate Les was with me the day I made a 36-hour protest in a tree in Parliament Square in Westminster against some rather horrendous government legislation at the time that turned my life upside down. This eventually led to my involvement in politics and then becoming elected to our council in 1995. And now, in 2014, becoming the Mayor of my hometown in Grantham. As the Mayor, I have a 5-point plan for the year ahead. My goals, in a nutshell. 1. To help promote Grantham and its organisations and businesses. 2. To embrace social media, putting the Mayor's office in the 21st century in order to inform the public about the role of the Mayor and my activities. 3. To promote the Mayor's office in the best possible light. 4. To focus my activities locally as much as possible. However, wherever an opportunity arises to promote our town while travelling further afield, I will embrace a good opportunity. And 5. To raise funds for my 3 nominated charities. I want to say a few words about my nominated charities. There are representatives here this evening from the 3 nominated charities I have chosen, and I thank them very much indeed for coming this evening. My nominated charities will be 1. Kesteven Rideability. They are a wonderful local charity who help people with such a wide variety of disabilities. The good work they do should not be underestimated. 2nd, The Grantham Journal's Children's Fund. The Grantham Journal has been a marvellous asset for our town since 1854. The Journal have a wonderful local charity that assists local children and when they are most in need of our help. I recall in recent years 2 young children that have needed our help in our community, one being Christopher Buckingham, another being Christopher Scarlett. It's our youngsters that are often an inspiration to us, and none more so than can be seen at the Rotary Club's annual Children of Courage Awards. My third charity is Gravity FM, our local radio station. It's at the heart of our community, doing a fabulous job, run by volunteers, does a superb work promoting local worthy causes, supporting the business community and promoting community events, also helping to give youngsters an opportunity to pursue a career in the radio industry, and that includes the young man that is commentating this evening on this ceremony. It's the first time that this ceremony has been broadcast live on the radio, so thank you very much indeed to Ross Garrigan. And Ross, before you ask, no, I'm not wearing my sandals this evening. Comment has been made in the past about my dress sense, especially my cap, my ties, also my shorts, and even my socks. Well, I suppose when you're a trendsetter, I suppose you do you do become a fashion guru, don't you? I'd also like to say a big thank you very much indeed to Mr. Doug Hoff for helping set up the broadcast this evening. So I will say a very good evening to all our listeners on Gravity FM, and I am aware that we do have listeners from overseas listening online via the internet. My 3 charities will be my inspiration for the year to come. Birthdays. We actually have some guests here this evening with a birthday on this day. And I would like to ask one of my cadets, would you kindly come forward? We've got a guest at the back there, Mr. Trevor Wainwright. Happy birthday, Trevor. And also on the back there, a lady called Karen Thompson. Happy birthday, Karen. Oh, Natasha. And also Flight Lieutenant Paul James, the officer in command of 47F, who could not be with us this evening, but I understand that he may be listening via Gravity FM. Happy birthday to you all. If you could give that to him. Thank you. So I'd also like to say thank you very much indeed to my cadets and all the staff of the cadets and of all the 4 cadet forces. So thank you very much indeed for all the good work that you do, and I wish you all every success with your future careers. Now, to my knowledge, we have 4 younger members of the community here this evening. Natasha, could I borrow you again, please? We have. Okay. Now then, would you kindly? There's one there for a little lady down there called Hope. On the back row, we've got Elizabeth. We've got little Lorian over there, and also there's a little lady just behind called Victoria. If you would kindly take those to those, one each, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. I'd like to say thank you to my new staff, Mayor's Officer Peter, the Clerk Anne, to Taff and to Robert. I'd also like to say a very special thank you to Mrs. Alison Rowley, and also to Janet and her team for the buffet that awaits us in the ballroom, this reception. They've done a sterling job, I can tell you. Alison, thank you so much. I know you've worked tirelessly. Thank you sincerely. I'm delighted as well that we have a director from Grantham Town Football Club with us this evening. So a very good evening to Simon from the football club. The football club, Grantham Town, they are doing a great work, putting our football club at the heart of our community. Simon, thank you very much indeed. It should also be noted that Harrowby United have also had an excellent year. This year is a very poignant year. It's the 100th year since the beginning of the First World War, and locally it's 100 years since Grantham's very own Edith Smith became the first ever policewoman. We also have the 70th anniversary of D-Day. The ultimate sacrifices have been made by our armed forces personnel. We will remember them. Thank you very much indeed to our guests from Her Majesty's Armed Forces for attending this evening. Thank you very much indeed. And also, I'm delighted that the police and the fire service are here. Thank you sincerely. A thank you in advance as well to Major Dennis Hamnett, who will be singing for us this evening at the reception, and an excellent singer as well. Dennis, thank you. Also, a thank you to the marvellous local musician, singer and entertainer, Mr. Trevor Leeson, who will shortly be playing the national anthem for us and entertain us at the reception. Trevor has dashed back from a gig this afternoon in Solly Hall, and so Trevor, thank you very much indeed. Although I am a left of centre politician, all of my life there is one person whom I've always admired, and that is Her Majesty the Queen. Someone who has given her life to the service of her country. The Queen works unbelievably long hours and has done so for many years, and she knows far more about politics than all the top politicians from all the political parties put together. So I've therefore included the national anthem into this evening's ceremony. I'd just like to say a very brief word about some of the forthcoming events that I've planned for the year ahead, and all in aid of my nominated charities. A diary date for you is the 4th of December. I have a traditional Christmas show planned in our Arts Centre Theatre. At the Grantham Carnival, the 14th and 15th of June, we will have a tombola stall. If anyone has anything that they would like to donate to the stall, please do let us know. All items gratefully received. Talking of the carnival on the 14th and 15th of June, I will have the opportunity to promote the Shire Horse. The Shire Horse is an endangered breed, and I hope to ride one in the carnival parade, and this has been kindly arranged by the Shire Horse Society. I have many other charity events planned the year ahead, so please do feel free, come and get involved. The Mayor of Grantham is a non-party political role. There is a big difference between politics and party politics. The people I admire most in politics are those who will put the people and the interests of our town first and foremost. Those who do that in a selfless manner. I won't hesitate to talk politics for the benefit of our town and its people, whether it's speaking up for our ambulance station, our hospital, our shops, our businesses, etc. Finally, for me, local politics is about people. It's about the people we live with in our town and the surrounding area. It's also the environment. It's the bricks and the mortar of some of the wonderful buildings we have. It's the parks, it's our wildlife and our domestic animals that make up our community. Time goes by so very, very quickly. So I say, embrace our community and all its wonderful assets, but most importantly, most very importantly, try to embrace a helping hand to those in our community that are most in need of some assistance, so then we can all share in the pleasures of our beautiful town. Thank you and God bless.
Your community, your radio, 97.